Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hello and welcome back to the Shrimp Tank post-show video wrap-up. My name is Lee Heisman. I'm here with my co-host today, Clint Crow.
Hey.
And our guest, Farah Allen, owner of the Labz with a Z. Guys, it was a great show today. Also recommend downloading the entire episode on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, even iHeartRadio, which we have been ranked the #1 entrepreneurship podcast in Atlanta, in Georgia, on iHeart. So very, very thankful of that. We get to interview some of the best and brightest around the entire country. And here today we have Farah. So Farah, tell us about the Labz with a Z and tell us kind of how you started and what your company does.
Yeah, so the Labz with a Z, we are a cloud storage, a e-signature, and a collaboration platform for the creative community. And we're all around about making sure creatives who are always in the moment of creating content have their business work put together. And that has to do with their documents, establishing who's doing what and when. All of that is a part of the creative process that gets left behind. So that's what we are.
Farah, in our Hot or Not segment, we brought up goal setting. How has it affected the trajectory of your career?
Goals setting is the number one thing that has brought us to where we are today. It's very important to make decisions based off of what you want to happen in a certain time period. So it's something that brought us through product development, and it's something that's bringing us through our yearly revenue and our yearly expectation around customers. All of that is extremely important for us to run a business.
So we talked a little on the show about IQ. You mentioned it, Clint, intelligent quotient, and then EQ, which is emotional quotient. But we also talked about something called AQ, which is the adversity quotient, which is a big indicator for entrepreneurship. And being a woman-owned business and even working in the world of architecture prior to that, you've had a lot of adversities that you've had to overcome. Tell us what it's like and all of the adversities that you've had to overcome through the years.
Yeah, so there's a statistic out there: women in tech and startups or companies raise around 2% of the money that's out there. And that's really, really low. And then black women, it's about 0.2%.
Wow.
So you go into the situation where you're building something that is potentially going to cost you millions of dollars to make, knowing that you are behind the bank when it comes to actually being able to fund the company. So I had to totally wipe that out of my mind because it's something that's always brought up. So how we were able to fund the company was to get really good people to believe in what we're doing and to help creatives join our team, work for free or work for equity as new employees. And we did that, and it took us longer. But fortunately, we had such a strong idea that people cannot replicate it. At least not right now. So we were able to fund the company ourselves for a moment of time until we had the customers, and we raised $500,000 to date because we just really had to be really good to be able to raise money. So for a company that normally would have raised $8 million by now, we've done pretty good, and we have a product that people are using.
That's incredible, and you're enrolling each team member and customer in your vision and your journey. Mm-hmm. What would you say is the most important skill that a business owner is not taught or prepared for in school?
I believe the adversity part, and no matter who you are, male, female, where you're from, this is hard. And we kind of make this very great Facebook story of this hero's journey look very easy in the eyes of just everyday people. So you go in there thinking that you can make $1 billion from year one and you're going to raise this bunch of money, and it's hard for everybody to do that. And a lot of people quit because their expectations are not met in a timely hour. So teaching about mindfulness, about where your mental state should be as a founder of a company, as a leader of a company, is extremely important. Not just the product, but your mental state and expectations, and clear expectations from different types of people. It's really important.
So if you're a creative talent out there, if you're either in the music industry, which you started your career in terms of supporting them, or an artist, whether it be a painter, a photographer, but your focus is performing your service and performing and making that intellectual property, but you need help, you need to use someone like Farah. How would someone get in touch with you?
Well, please email me directly. info@thelabz with a Z, THELABZ.com. But we're also thelabz.com. We're on all your social media channels at thelabz_tech.
Well, Farah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Clint, what a treat co-hosting with you
It's a
today.
pleasure, man.
And guys, some thoughts, some last thoughts here. So as an artist, if you are an artist out there and you're going to use someone like Farah for all of your documentation, you're smart enough because you're utilizing other professionals to do the things you're not good at. And for you entrepreneurs out there that have any business, your business is really based on intellectual property. So surround yourself with people, whether it be a quality accountant, a quality an attorney, things that you don't put your expertise in. Make sure you surround yourself with other professionals that are going to fill in those gaps in your business so you can focus on making your particular widget, create your own intellectual property. And that is the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp